Hi again, time for another Gear VR video. This week's video I'm going to highlight the demo version of Proton Pulse. I have the full version as well, um, but this particular application, I don't want to go through the entire game, and I've gotten quite good at it, so this gives a good semblance of some of the levels in the game. And this game is like the classic Breakout, except in this case, it's in virtual reality, so you've got the depth that you'd get with the Gear VR. And your head tilts to be the paddle in the ball. The paddle for the ball, rather, essentially. This game has been through many iterations. I believe it actually originally came out for the DK1. And at this point is available for the Gear VR, and then a Plus version is available for the Rift. And there's also a version available for Steam VR as well for the Vive. The Steam VR version also enables kind of like a paddle mode, where you can use the Vive controllers as paddles to hit the ball in different directions, as well as the head tracking. But the music is fantastic. The visual style. This was actually the first game I ever used actually on the Google Cardboard as well to demo to folks, because you can see the depth really well in Proton Pulse. Now, while there are additional features on the Plus version for Rift and the Steam VR version for Vive, I actually really prefer the original style here on this Gear VR version. And as you can see, just like classics like Arkanoid, I just enabled a power up, which is a laser. This level's a little bit challenging because of the barrier. Not necessarily the gameplay itself, but just the barrier makes it a little... Ooh, there we go. Surprised myself with the depth there. Yeah, if it goes too long, that's what happens. This level almost reminds me of the old Atari game Tempest, just the way it's in a tube. As you can see, there's varied play style, varied levels. So it's not just your normal breakthrough or breakout type game. It's got a lot of variation. And this is the boss battle. These happen a couple of times, once per each world essentially. And it's also very reminiscent of Arkanoid. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. Thought it crashed for a moment there. So the goal is, of course, to hit the Moe statue. And also not to die, which is kind of important. Wow. And so that's the Proton Pulse demo. Again, the full version contains, I believe, 40 levels. It's been a while since I played through the full version. There's also a version, as I said, on the Rift and Vive. It's also available on Google Cardboard. So really, anywhere that you can get VR, with the exception of PSVR, which is of course not out, so it'll probably be there too, you can play some form of Proton Pulse. The creator of Proton Pulse also has created another early access type game called Vanguard V, which is also exceptionally good. So check those both out. You can get demo versions of both on Gear VR. You can also get, I believe, a demo version of Vanguard V on the Oculus Rift. So check out those titles if you can. Definitely check out Proton Pulse wherever you can get it, even if it's just on your smartphone with a cardboard device, because it's really fun. And like I said, it's really the first game that I actually had a chance to play with a cardboard that was really a game. Its controls are much better on the Gear VR and even better on the Vive and Rift. I don't really recommend the kind of paddle play on the Vive, though. I do think that the standard head motion control scheme is the best. Hope you've enjoyed this week's video. I'll be back again next week with another Gear VR video. Until then, hope you can get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself, and have a great week.